I'm Teresa Matich with the Investing News Network. Here with me today is Rob McEwen. He's the founder of Goldcorp and currently CEO and chief owner of McEwen Mining. Rob, thank you for joining me.
Pleasure to be here, Teresa.
So mining has had a tough few years, but McEwen is now up about 300% in both New York and Toronto. So can you tell us about some strategies you used to survive the downturn and see that rise?
Surviving the downturn took a little bit of ingenuity, and the whole industry was trying to reduce their costs, improve their operating margins, and we did the same. We didn't raise any capital during the period. We just deferred some projects that weren't as economic in the lower metal prices and said, well, we have the metal in the ground. It's not going to go away. Let's just wait for a better price. And when a better price for the metal to improve the economics of the project and a better price for our shares in the event we had to finance. So we've gone from 14 million at the end of 15 million at the end of 2014 to 60 million today without doing any financing. It's just been an improvement. So.
Wow. And I know you expected gold to bottom quite a bit earlier than this, so were you surprised when it finally did turn?
Probably the suddenness of the turn. Gold started moving in other currencies in late 2014, but most people in Canada and the United States were looking at the US dollar gold price of 45. It was down 45%, and the biggest gold mine in the world, Barrick, was down 80%. So they said, we're not investing. But if you stepped away, even in Canadian dollars, the gold price was starting to move up in 2015. And it took a couple of quarters before people started thinking, hey, they're getting positive cash flow now. And the margins have opened up. So we have a point right now where gold's moving in all currencies, just like as what happened at the beginning of 2005. So I think we're at the beginning of a new gold run.
And where do you think gold is headed over the next year?
I think we'll see it challenge, well, it'll be moving into the high teens and might even challenge $2,000 this year.
You're not the first person I've heard say that, oddly enough. And is $5,000 gold still in the cards long term?
I think it's 4 years out.
And then back to McEwen, I noticed you've been acquiring properties over the past several months. You acquired some in Nevada and some next to your El Gallo mine. So what's the reasoning behind that?
We're buying properties that are adjacent or lying within our own property boundaries, where we believe the exploration potential is good and we can extend the resource life of the mines we have or the projects we're going to build. And we were able to do it very inexpensively. On one project we were buying ounces for $4 an ounce drilled off in 43-101. So we thought this is a very low cost way of extending the life of our projects.
Of course. And in terms of investments, I saw you recently disclosed your interest in Golden Predator. Could you tell us what the draw was there?
Golden Predator, like a lot of juniors, had been really pushed down. They had a mine that had been closed, Brewery Creek, which I was intrigued by, and they also had visible gold on their showings on 3 Aces, and Bill Sheriff, the president, had come along, and we'd been talking all last year, and I was watching his progress, and he came in one day with a vial of grains of gold, and he said he wanted to do a financing, and we'd like to do it, and it was trading around 15 cents, and I said, sure. Subsequently gone up over 90 cents. It's had a great run, but I think it's just, no one was paying attention to a lot of the exploration stories, and I think it's really worthwhile for investors to be looking at those ones.
Thank you so much for joining me, Rob.
Pleasure, Teresa. Thank you.
I'm Teresa Matich with the Investing News Network.